All right, dude. All right. Here's my little interview. You'll really like it. Um,
Okay, sure.
so where were you in 2020? Like obviously I met you through Bill. So
Right. Where was I as in like what
just as a
sense?
as a person, like existing, where were you? Were
As
you
a
like in
person,
school?
so 2020 I was 14. um
Baby.
Definitely hanging out with way too many people I shouldn't have been. But um the people I did spend most of my time with were very chill about it. Uh let's see. 2020 is when I really got into like Twitch streaming. That was like the only year I ever did marginally well at it. Uh Basically like 2021 onward, I kind of gave up streaming because it was just I honestly at the time it was just pretty bad for someone my age to try to see it as like a career. I don't think I ever saw it as a career. I think I still saw it as a hobby, but just that experience was just kind of I don't know. After like post 2020 thinking back on it is just like there was so much time that I could have spent doing other things with like I don't know, the people physically in my life instead of just being online all day.
Right. Which you can't even listen. You can't blame yourself for that because that was also when COVID was going
It
on.
was COVID, yeah, and that was the excuse I gave myself at the time. But even then, I didn't like keep up with my friends at the time at all, and I can't. It's hard to say that that didn't leave a mark in my just with my friendships with my friends at the time,
Mhm.
because most of the people I was friends with then I am not friends with now solely because I just kind of we grew apart because I didn't keep in contact with them.
Now, also you're younger. I want to give you like old people advice. I'm not friends with
Okay,
I'm not friends with anyone from that time, like high school
right.
friends, any of that. Like long term, I have 3 friends I've maybe kept in contact with, so I actually wouldn't even worry about that. And I don't think you not
Yeah.
talking
No,
to them
I'm
for
not, I mean,
COVID would
I'm
make
not
you
worried
feel
about it
that way.
anymore. There was just a period of time where it got kind of rough. I'm good now because I'm in college. I have a ton of college friends.
Right.
So like I've
Yeah.
completely moved on from that. Like I've moved away, all that stuff. Like it doesn't bother me anymore. But there was a period of time where I was just like, damn, I kind of wasted my time doing Twitch streaming, even though it didn't amount to anything.
Don't ever feel like it was a waste. Like if you were enjoying it, like you were enjoying it. Also, your
Yeah.
college friends, when you grow apart from them, don't feel bad about that either. People just get older. Like that's
Yeah.
serious. That's serious advice. Like people do grow apart.
Mhm.
Um. So where are you now?
Well, definitely not streaming anymore.
Mhm.
I gave up on that. Um, I don't keep. I definitely don't keep close contact with any of the people I was hanging out with then. Not for any specific reason. Probably just the same reason in general. I just wanted to focus on stuff in my actual physical life instead of online presence. Um, I still make content and stuff. I still do somewhat of what I did back then online, but for the most part, I've tried to focus like my skills that I had with like storytelling and stuff like that into career wise stuff like film and whatnot. But
Okay. Who has been your biggest inspiration?
oh, um,
This isn't in general thing.
yeah. So that's the thing. I never really draw inspiration from one person. I feel like uh that's hard. I don't know if there's any one person specifically that I'm inspired by the most out of anything. Um, I guess I don't really pay attention to more personal stuff like that. I just like the stuff that people make just as a whole. If that's a cop out answer, I'm sorry, but I just can't think of anyone.
No, that's okay. Um, between 2020 and right now, which did you prefer?
Oof. Well, okay, the leisure that I had in 2020 was really nice. I definitely didn't have as many responsibilities as I have now. So that would be nice. But honestly, as a in a headspace and how I feel about myself, I definitely like myself way more now. I was in I guess it wasn't as bad in 2020, but the years that follow, I kind of fell into a really bad self-deprecating headspace where I hated myself. But since then, I've come to terms and I like myself, and I'd say as a person, I like myself more now. The situation I was in 2020, I would prefer going back to because it was a lot of fun. But that's my take on that.
What did you love about streaming?
Just the I mean, just the people that I met through it were really fun. Even though I was a little young to be hanging out with the group that I did, like I can't deny that it was like one of the most fun years of my life because there were so many funny people. Um, I got invited to be a part of like some huge stuff. Even if it was just like a group of 10 micro celebrities that were all Twitch streamers with like 10 viewers. It was still like I don't know. It was just really fun to have a community of people that would rotate around each other's streams like every like day to day and stuff like that.
And what did you hate about streaming?
Um, I mean, it's probably the same answer everyone gives where it just I started seeing it too competitively. I tried to maximize viewership over myself having fun. Uh, and by the end of 2020, I was just exhausted of doing anything. I like felt like I'd wasted my time. And in the following years, I dabbled in streaming a bit, but every time I've done a stream since then, I have not focused on chat or anything. I've made sure I'm just like in a call with my friends or something doing it. So I'm like, I don't even have to think that I'm streaming right now. I can just commentate on what I'm doing without having to worry about it. And obviously, like no one is watching the streams that I'm doing anymore. But like it doesn't bother me as nearly as much as it did back then because sometimes I would start a stream, not get like 10 viewers in 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, this stream is a failure and I'm just going to shut it down early.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just started seeing it way too seriously for what it was, and I don't know why I did that, but it ended up with me just that was the reason basically that I quit is just that I saw it too competitively.
That's fair. That's kind of my answer a little bit as well. Which leads into the next question of why did you stop streaming?
Yeah, I mean basically I basically answered two with one.
Yeah. Would you go back to streaming?
Not now. I'm definitely way too busy for it now, at least in college. Um, I could see a future where I get back into it. I just, it's the streaming landscape, honestly, from an outsider's perspective, because I've stopped watching Twitch. I don't think I've actively watched it since like 2022. Um, and it feels like the landscape is so different. I feel like there's a much more heavy emphasis on more like commentary type streamers. I know those were bigger in 2020 as well, but I feel like there was a lot more. I mean, that was like the Minecraft resurgence where everyone was playing it. So more people were down for gaming centered streams, but I don't think I'd be good at like just casual conversation streaming. I'm not, that's, not, I don't know. I'd need to have some form of entertainment going on other than myself.
Have you seen the state of Twitch right now? Like, genuinely, that's a me question.
um, not, well, I've heard bits and
It's
pieces on
it's
like Twitter and stuff, but it's not good
it's
from
gotten
what I'm hearing.
it's gotten bad. So
Yeah.
if you don't pre-roll 3 minutes of ads as soon as you start, anyone who clicks on your stream will be forced through 3 minutes of ads.
You
As
know
soon as
what?
they click on.
That's the I think that was like I tried to go back into a stream once and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll watch a stream for once. It might have even been like Frag stream or something. I was like, I want to see what's going on Twitch right now. And then it was like 5 minutes unskippable
If
ads and I was
you're
like, I think I'm
If
good.
you're not pre-rolling them, it will start them up like right at the fucking beginning of clicking onto somebody's stream, and you cannot skip them, and you have to wait it out. And like at that point, you're like clicking off because like, why am I waiting 3 minutes to watch somebody who
That's
doesn't give a fuck? So if you're not
yeah.
pre-rolling them, it's a piece of shit. And
That's
then
absurd.
there's also the new thing of it takes away viewers. You remember?
What?
You
They
remember?
just kick people out?
You remember the bot purge, right? Where they like kicked a whole bunch of followers off of everyone's thing, and like people like
Right, right.
XQC were losing like 100,000 followers. When that
Yeah.
happened to me, those were my active followers that were getting kicked off. Like people coming up to me being like, "Hey, it force
So,
unfollowed
so
me."
it just so it didn't even have a process to figuring out if they were
Right.
bots. It was
Yeah.
just
The new thing that's happening is if you do not have people actively typing in your chat, it will take them away as a viewer for actual view time. It will take them away as your viewer count. So, like, you know how you have to stream to X amount of people for X amount of time to
right.
get like affiliate or partner or anything?
Mm-hmm.
It will just be completely dead. And there's videos up now
That's
of
crazy.
people being like, "Hey, I know you guys are lurking. I just need to see real quick. Everyone type one singular letter in chat. I don't give a fuck what you say. Just like type it out." And like it'll be people typing one singular letter, and the viewer count will go from 200 up to 800 because
Oh
it is
my
not
God.
counting lurkers
That's so
anymore.
stupid. Then what's the point of even lurking?
Right, because like they're
That just
trying to
removes the entire point.
remove bots, right? But like these people aren't bots. The bots that are in question a problem are the people being like, "Oh dude, go to this website for follower X," and like all that other bullshit.
Right. That's kind
And
of crazy.
yeah, so that's the new issue at hand, and like either they fix it or their platform's actually gonna fucking die off with that, because there's no way people are gonna hang out and not go to Kick or YouTube if
Right.
like there's no viewers to be had, even though they're there. So like Twitch is profiting off the ad revenue, the streamer is not, and it's like these lurkers are still getting the ads no matter what. So what's
Yeah. I mean,
it's
it's another situation where probably just multi-streaming is the best option, because then you're getting people on both sides who would rather use one or the other. I think
yeah.
that's what Frag's doing now. Is he fully does YouTube and Twitch streaming at the same time?
You have to pay a lot of money to multi-stream.
Really?
It's like
I used to
50
be able to do it for free.
it's like $50 a month now.
When did they start charging people for that?
Unless like you can do some sort of workaround with OBS, like OBS will charge you.
I mean, I don't think I ever did it through OBS. It was like it would broadcast from OBS to like this external software. I mean, this was like fucking 2019 whenever I tried it. So I guess it probably could have just gotten shut down since then because OBS didn't like it. But it was like it would go from OBS to an external software, and then it would just split that to YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Right, and then like
I did not know you had to pay for it.
now
That's
you
crazy.
do have to pay for it if you do it directly through OBS. I don't know about
That's so
third-party
fucking
softwares or if they're even
stupid.
still around. Um, but I have people like the best I've seen for like the multi-streaming is somebody streaming on TikTok, having their TikTok open on their computer and then streaming it to Twitch or YouTube, and then only
Huh.
paying attention to their TikTok stuff. But like what do you even do at that point, you know?
Yeah, like at that point, the multi-streaming isn't even fun because you're not even getting to see
Right.
any responses
And
from
like
either of the other two.
nobody's checking their things they're multi-streaming to. They're only checking their TikTok. So like
Yeah,
now you have like this huge disconnect over everyone where like you can't talk to anyone because who knows where they're actually like originate streaming
right.
from, because they're not paying attention to all chats, just one. And it's such a terrible landscape now. It's actually hard to find people who are giving a shit.
That's really annoying.
Anyway, back to my questions, my good questions.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets from that time?
Oh, um, I mean, probably just the same thing as before, where uh, I don't know if it counts as a regret, but I do wish I had gotten involved with that community when I was older than I was, because going back and looking at clips from streams or just VODs in general, I was just kind of annoying. I mean, it was like 2020 humor, so I had the same humor as everybody, but it was like dude, some of these jokes, you're 14, man. You shouldn't be making these jokes. Like, way too many jokes that a minor should not be making in any scenario, especially live streaming it, like broadcasting it to the world. That's kind of crazy. That would probably be my biggest regret, is like the types of jokes I was making at the time. But that was just like the environment. That was just the jokes people found funny at the time. So I was like, I'll do it. I don't know. It was
Um,
weird.
you're actually not the youngest person I'm going to contact.
I'm not surprised. There were people younger than me that I
I
knew.
I had one that I was hanging out with. He was a Undertale speedrunner and he was 12.
Oh, oh
But
my
he
God.
was so funny. I kept him around because he was fucking hilarious, and everyone was just like, "Dude, why do you keep letting this guy back?" Because he wasn't annoying. He was just fucking
Yeah,
funny. Like,
yeah. I mean, that was probably the reason people kept me around. As much as I would not like to gas myself up and say I was funny at the time, I can't deny that people probably thought my presence
oh
was
yeah,
nice. I mean,
if they kept you around. Now, granted, kind of concerning the group you were around because
yeah,
I know a
but
lot of
granted,
details.
the two biggest people that I was friends with, nothing wrong with them. I think they're just both chill guys. There was no drama that they specifically themselves were involved in, but there were a few big names that, like, once it was, even as I was like becoming better friends with them, stuff started coming out, and it was like, all right, man, you gotta chill out.
Yeah, I don't like how some of them acted. Like even if they weren't doing
Hmm.
something wrong, the activities going on weren't very
Yeah,
appreciated.
yeah, definitely.
Um, where do you want to see yourself in the future, or like what type of goals do you have for yourself?
Um, fucking thriving. I want to be, I want to be living a decent life, at least with the skills that I have. I still haven't, like, I don't know. I still am very much online, probably like 80% of my day, and I don't know if that's ever going to be someone I'm going to kick. I'm just too attached to, I don't know. I need my constant stimulation, as any college student does in a time like this. So I'm a little addicted to the internet, but I don't know if I'm ever going to kick that. I think I should. I don't know. I just want to be living a life where I can support myself and not have to rely on other people to support me. Um, Basic, but it's the most I could ask for, really.
Are you happy with where you are in life?
Currently, yeah, I'm pretty pretty happy about my current situation. Things are going well. Um, yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say I had doubts about the future, about where I'm headed, but I try not to think about it too much because I've already thought about it enough. So I'm just gonna, yeah, right now I've just been focusing on me, what makes me happy, and how I can bring that into like a manageable lifestyle. So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now.
Do you still talk to anyone from 2020?
So I have online friends from that time period. None of them were really big in the communities that I was in. Some of them were viewers of mine. Some of them did streams with me at the time, but weren't really like streamers themselves. Um, so not necessarily. I don't keep up uh like active conversations with people, but there'll be some, like, month to month, like a DM with someone, and we'll play a game, like a round of some sort of friend slop game. And then we'll call it there. But as for like keeping up with people, that's probably as far as it goes.
If anyone wanted to reach out to you that I've contacted, would you want them to, or do you want to stay hidden and gone?
Um, I mean, I fucking love Frag. I think he's like the funniest guy. Uh, Zoidic as well. I haven't talked to in a long time because he was like fully off the internet for a good bit of time. I think he's come back to streaming a tad bit. I don't know if he does it nearly as regularly as he did before. Um, but I've seen him around. So those two, I'd be fine hanging out with them whenever because I spent a year of my life just kicking it with them. So I'd be fine with that. Probably like anyone else though, I don't know if I spent enough time with to justify like, hey, let's just start hanging out again. Like,
Did you want me to link anything? Because I plan on making a
like
video.
of my stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I guess just my YouTube channel, like my main channel, Exotic Force. That's really the only place I have kept like posting stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely. No problem with that. Um, that's pretty much my whole thing.
dude, that was something I never had. I mean, obviously I wouldn't call myself successful
Mhm.
whatsoever, at least from 2020. But never once have, because I mean, I've been this, I guess, internet persona, like Exotic Force, since like 2015. So since I was literally like 9 years old or like 8 years old, and it's like I I don't know. I feel too attached to it to be like I want to just start over
Yeah.
because I'm still continuously going, and I can't help but think because my YouTube growth has come to a flat line. Like I cannot, no matter what I do, get new people. I know it's just that I'm not like
You're not
consistent with doing stuff
you're not
like that.
trying with the algorithm. You gotta know the
Yeah,
algorithm.
and I'm not playing into it. But like a few years ago, that's what I realized. I was just like, man, if I keep forcing myself to push out stuff that I don't want to do, I'm not going to. One, I might not even grow. Like that's just I'm rolling dice. I'm giving up my livelihood and my happiness with what I'm doing for a dice roll on whether or not I'm going to be a another micro celebrity again.
It's
So
not
I
a
was like, fuck it. I'm gonna if it takes me 6 months to make a whole video that's like an hour long and I love it and I think it's the funniest thing I've ever made, I'm gonna spend 6 months doing that shit because it's just like I don't care.
it's
So
not a
it's just
dice
like
roll. Like you can make it work.
no, you can definitely make it work, but the chances are lower.
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
you
You're
for
actually
consistency.
you're so golden actually. If you have an hour-long video of things that you find funny, you just have to find
Right.
30-second moments that you think are extra funny and then you fucking
And clip farm that.
spam load them to TikTok and YouTube Shorts and then have them
See,
both linked to your video.
but
It's
that's
like
the thing you're talking about with the other like with frag and stuff. It's just I don't want to farm slop like that. 'Cause that feels slop like to me.
no,
Although it's stuff that I find funny, I don't know. I just like bigger
but
formats.
like you got to think it's not your fault that that's how it works, right? Like like
Yeah.
I said, I don't blame Bill for that because
Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is.
we're working with like a age group right now that they only have the attention span for something that's 30 seconds long that they can just scroll
That's
past.
true.
So like if they're like, "Oh, dude, that was funny." Like follow whatever, like a little side idea for them.
Yeah.
That 30 seconds like matters, and it's like you can't really hate somebody for doing that, but like you can hate the fact that it's like that. You can hate that that's
Yeah.
what works. But if it works, then it works. And I feel like that really is the only way you can grow now.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
technically, I have every excuse to clip farm because the only videos I'm making are just clip compilations from the course of a few months, just condensed down into one video.
I mean,
So
like
technically, I could do that.
if
Bro, I'm
you,
just so lazy. That's so much work.
I don't blame you for not doing it, but honestly, like don't put yourself down and say that it's just like a random chance because if you do shit like that, you're
Yeah.
you're guaranteed to grow.
I mean,
Um,
it's more so just the concept of I'm making these videos for me at
yeah.
this point. I'm
And
not really doing it for
I'm so
anyone
glad
else.
that you're
So
doing that too because that's like a way
yeah.
better mindset to be in is like be happy
Mhm.
with what you're doing. Um I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been doing it with Twitch, like just like testing the waters to see if I still have the algorithm for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you see my pink bedspread?
Mm-hmm.
That means I'm a girl. You see the cat? Dude, you see the cat tree
Hey,
back here?
Yep.
That means I have cats, you know?
That means cat cam in the corner, so people will be
I
stimulated by multiple things.
I go find those fucking little girl games. Palia, number one. I shit you not, Palia number one little girl game. Like
Mhm.
women love Palia. Women eat the fuck out of Palia. So I go onto Palia, my little webcam with my
Is
pink
that like
bedspread
a
and my cats.
is
It's
Palia like a gotcha game or
it is not
something?
a gotcha game. It is a kind of open world like MMO for girls. Like you do fishing
Oh,
like Animal Crossing style basically. You mine
yeah.
ore. Like there's no enemies. You just hang out. You decorate your house. You know, not a lot to
Okay.
be doing in Palia. But I haven't played for a year, so I have something to be doing in Palia. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stream Palia a couple times, see what happens. I've streamed it
Mhm.
twice. The first time
Okay.
I sat at 10 viewers because fuck it, I'm streaming Palia. I have a pink bedspread. I have cats. The second time I streamed it, somebody rated me with 200 people because I have a pink bedspread and I have a cat tree. That means I have
You are
cats.
girl and you have cat tree.
Yeah. And then
It's brain firing going off all over the
they
place.
rated me and all they were saying in chat is where's the cats, where's the show us the cats, and I was like, dude, lucky you, I have the kittens right here, like here's kitten, and
Oh
they
my
were like,
god.
oh fuck yeah, dude. Like you play the stupid game. So I'm like, I'm getting my streamer like active chatters back up, and then I'll go do what I actually want to do because fuck it.
Yeah, no. I just yeah, no. I don't give a fuck about playing into the algorithm. I just want to do it.
It's still a
I
game
don't
for
know.
me
I just want to make
apparently.
videos that I myself think I would watch.
I now YouTube
So,
on the other hand, I don't give a fuck about, right? Like I upload what
yeah.
I think's good, and then you know it's there for whoever the fuck gives a shit. But
Mhm.
which is why I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like this is something I want to do, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Twitch is a different game. Twitch is still competitive for me. I found that in my heart. And then like
Yeah.
when I was telling Cage about it, I was like, yeah, dude, I look at this shit, look at my numbers, and it's such a funny graph. And he's just like, yeah, is that what you're doing now? And I was just like, for a little bit, because like
I'm trying it out.
look at the graph, you know.
Oh my god. Was that the raid?
That was the
Just
raid.
that spike right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see the and they stayed. Like
That's fucking crazy.
I averaged like
It's
75
it's
viewers that
bedspread.
fucking one, like because they never went down.
God damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, inactive chat. Like I find what has drops going, so somebody's gonna AFK it, and then I find, you know,
Oh yeah. I guess that wasn't really a thing in 2020. It was like drops and stuff.
yeah,
It
drops
wasn't
are
as common of a thing.
AFK like viewer farm for drops. So
Yeah.
like out of all those people, I got 15 followers, but also like 15 more people I didn't have before.
Yeah. That's
Fuck
growth.
it. I mean, it worked with Minecraft back in the day, though. Like, because everyone was streaming
Yeah.
Minecraft, so you'd see somebody who was lower, saw that they were, like, worth watching a little bit. Like, you'd step in
Mhm.
before, like, ads were a problem.
And it was definitely I mean the biggest thing for me was just the sheer amount of SMPs that there were. People trying to be like SMP Live and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like
And
that
everyone was
definitely
doing it.
kick-started that one kick-started a movement of a growth for a lot of smaller streamers. It also led to a giant uptick in people talking to minors.
Yeah.
It definitely led to a lot of the issues that came out of
Dude,
2020.
Did you know Katie Ben at all?
Slightly.
So, I didn't realize she was 16, right? Because I
Mhm.
didn't hang out with her. I just knew of her because,
Yeah.
my gimmick was I hate women, so I wasn't like hanging out with
Oh,
women.
okay.
Yeah. You know, everyone's gotta have their gimmick. But I like
Mhm.
I would still hang out with some of them, but like for the most part, they knew I hated women, so most of them didn't talk to me. And like talking to me
Right.
now, most of them are like, "Oh, you're actually chill," and I was like, "Yeah, because it's a meme. It's a meme that I hate women." But
Yeah.
like if we were making content back in the day, I was just gonna be an asshole to you because that's my job. Like
Right.
because I was a dual streamer, I had Hayes with me all the time.
Mhm.
She like amped it up, you know, and like now she's amped me up into this like position where I have to hate women, so now I hate women. So
Yeah.
it's just how it went. But Katie was 16 at the time, and she's just like, yeah, no, I was a child, and like all this shit was going on, and I was like, holy fuck. did she look 16? And I looked at her old clips and I was like, that looks like a fucking toddler. Like, to me, that's a baby. And
It's
there's
actually
like,
crazy because when I met Katie, I mean, I didn't know how old Katie was when I met her, but I was 14 at the time. So obviously everyone looked older to me, and I thought she was the same age as like everyone that was hanging around. Like I was like, wow, I'm hanging out with all these adults. I'm so cool now. I'm with the cool kids of Twitch.
dude,
This is crazy.
I recommend like going and looking at Katie's clips and then looking at her and being like, wow, she barely passes for 14. And people were like creeping on her proper. Like, people were
Oh
like,
my
she
god.
had somebody offer her money to like send them her like the seat of her gamer chair if they bought her like a whole new
What
gaming
the
chair.
fuck?
And I'm like, this girl is 16. People were
It
sending her like PP pics
that's
knowing she
so
was 16, like
that's
in the
insane.
group.
It that is crazy because one of the one of the few interactions I had with her was we were in like I just got added to like a group call or something. I don't
Mhm.
we might have been playing like Jackbox or something. But she was there and a bunch of people had turned their webcams on and she turned hers on and it was facing the other way. And then everyone started making fun of her because she was scared that someone was watching her through it. And I was like, okay, not sure if we should be putting her down for that because that puts it into perspective. If she was 16 at the time and she had creeps like that around her, I can't help but think that probably messed her up.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
I mean, he's
I'll still
definitely
reach out.
not. He's matured much more since then. The dude is like, he's like protesting shit. That's the only thing I'm seeing of him anymore. He's he fully focused into uh like college work and stuff like that. Like he's a very studious man now compared to how he acted at the time with
Right,
me.
and
It
like
was like it was me, him, and Pickle. Like we almost hung out like every day in 2020. We would
I
all do streams together and play Minecraft and stuff like that.
I cannot be mad at you guys for being children. Like, if
Yeah.
that's why like
Yeah.
I was okay with hitting up Mac because like I was 20 to 22 in the time period where I was hanging out with these people. Um
Hmm.
he was 17. He's gonna have 17-year-old humor, especially with like the shit that was going on and trying to act like all these other people. And
Right.
like when I called him up, we sat on a call for like 5 hours because we were just like catching up, and like he was apologizing to me
Damn.
and I was just like, it's not your fault. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
blaming you. I didn't like you back then because it was a personality clash and I couldn't handle a child, you know? Like,
Right.
it's okay. Like, it's been 5 years. Even if they were children
Yeah.
then, they're grown now. Like, the only people who are
Hmm.
still a child is my Undertale speedrunner I'm gonna hit up. Because if he
Yeah,
was
your
12,
12-year-old
13,
Undertale
14, 15,
speedrunner.
16, he's 17 now.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 if he was on the older side of 12, you know? So,
But honestly, that could be the biggest personality shift, because that's how I was. Like the period from like 2020 to 2022, my personality completely flipped on its head. Like,
everyone is in different spots in life. Like, some of these people have wife and kids. Like,
yeah,
some of these people no longer internet involved whatsoever, are doing real things with their life. Cage is a barber. I'm a geologist. Like, I don't have
damn.
I don't have a job at the moment because I just moved to Florida like a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago. But like, everyone's in such a different spot. And then
Yeah.
obviously there's some people who stuck with internet type shit. Um you know, coding, software engineers,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So it's neat to see that people in different places, people in the same places,
Yeah.
grown up, non-grown up. Thank you for taking the time. I do appreciate it.
No problem. It was fun.
Yes. If anyone's like, "Hey yo, give me exotic shit," I'll let them know.
Okay.